As we see more triple-digit temperatures, medical experts say we need to focus not only on the physical health of our elderly loved ones, but also their mental health. Jennifer Prescott is a registered nurse and co-founder of the Blue Water Home Care and Hospice. Jennifer, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So what is summer depression and why are the elderly more vulnerable?
So I think we think about seasonal affective disorder
in
the winter time, but what we need to remember is sort of a reverse seasonal affective disorder. So seniors are very vulnerable because some of them can't drive. Maybe their mobility is an issue. So we need to be thinking about them in the summertime.
So what signs should we look for? You know, we make sure they're out of the heat, but what do we need to ask them? What do we need to look for?
So I think that, the summertime, we always think of it should be a relaxing time. Mm-hmm. But for those of us that are in the sandwich generation, so I have 4 kids, and so it's really busy. Plus I work all the time. And so, if we're traveling in the summer, one of the things that we run into is maybe we're used to, seeing our parent or our grandparent on a regular basis, but now we're not seeing them as much. We're not checking in on them. Maybe we're on vacation, which is really important as a caregiver. We want you to go on vacation. So some of the things that we want to think about is, asking them, like, how are you feeling? How are you doing with how the heat? I know yesterday it was so hot outside. I mean, we were really, it was terrible. And so we want to ask them, how are you feeling? How are you feeling with the heat? Is your air conditioning working? Some of the things that we want to look for is, are they depressed? Are they usually out and about and doing fun things with their friends, and then all of a sudden they just want to stay inside? And that's one of those things that we want to think about.
So at what point does it get bad enough to call professional help?
Well, I think it's one of those things that you have to gauge. So I think it starts with conversation, and that's the most important thing. No one necessarily wants to get help unless they really, really need it. And so we want to have conversations with them. Some of the times that people don't think about is the impact of the heat. It actually costs seniors a lot more money in the wintertime and the summertime because of the cost of heat. So one of the things that we want to do is look to see, how are they doing? Are they stressed out? Are they not able to pay their bills? Are they, feeling like, they just want to stay inside and not do anything else? So one of the things that we want to do is we want to, have that conversation with them and ask, would you like us to get some assistance for you? Would you like someone to come in and maybe take you to, a fun event or the senior center or something like that?
Just checking in on them.
Yes.
And so if it goes untreated, what can happen?
Well, absolutely. So depression is something that we see a lot. It's very prevalent. And it's very prevalent in seniors. And so what we want to make sure is that we're not in a downward spiral. The other thing that we need to think about, not only depression, is we have to think about things like people who have heart disease and they have lung disease. Those people that have heart and lung disease may be less wanting to go out into the public. The heat is really impacting them. So those are some of those people that I really want to make sure that we're going to see them. And maybe if you're on vacation or the listeners are on vacation, they can have a family friend or a professional caregiver come in and check in on them. It may be a few hours to maybe 4 or 6 hours just to make sure they're doing okay.
Jennifer Prescott, thanks so much
Thank
for coming
you
in to discuss this. And